Today we're going to talk about boat scams coming up. Alrighty y'all, Lou here with Beyond the Bounds. This is a channel geared towards kayaking, bass fishing, and gear reviews. So if you like that sort of thing, click that subscribe button up top. Make sure you go down and check the comments below for things that viewers like yourself like to add to these videos. Let's get into today's topic, talking about boat scams. So question, have you seen a boat scam? Do you know somebody that has been boat scammed? Put that down in the comment section below, because this video series is about empowering and helping other people. It's about putting this information out there so that when you start looking for your very first boat, like I am looking for my very first boat, you're not caught unaware with some of the boat scams that are out there. So guys, like I just said, this series is about helping people. It's about starting kind of a knowledge base so that you can go out there and find information about boat scams. If this is your first time checking out this video, make sure you check out the 2 other videos that I've done thus far in this series. Actually, maybe even 3 that I've done in this series thus far, where I talk about buying my first boat, the things that I'm going through, the assumptions that I'm making, how I'm getting prepared for this. And I'm still going to keep going along with that as I progress. I'm still pushing my boat purchase out till probably the end of this year and the first of 2018. Although if something comes available that is just the perfect storm of opportunity, I'm going to jump on it. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today, to where I was on Craigslist and I ran across basically that perfect opportunity that I was like, I got to jump on this. I got to talk to this guy and see what it's all about. And that's why today we're talking about boat scams. All right guys, so boat scams are out there, and if you are looking for your first boat, you really need to be prepared to spot them. Some of the things that are just blatantly obvious when you see these boats is the deal just too good to be true? If you've done your research and looked at comparables and done your market research and the boat's price just isn't in line with the market, then there's possibly something that's wrong with that boat. Or, especially if this is Craigslist, there's possibly a scam behind this boat. So, be careful when you're looking at these boats, especially on Craigslist. If it's priced way below market value, and how do you determine market value? Well, there's NADA, and there's also just performing searches on like boattrader.com, to where you can expand your radius and see kind of what prices are going for. I had a 2008 Ranger Z520 for around $30,000 that I was pretty interested in, and driving down to Birmingham, Alabama to pick it up. But after performing some more research, I decided, it's not as great of a deal as I thought it was. Still a fantastic deal. Still would have loved to have the boat. Had good hours, but I said, you know what, never mind. I'm going to pass on this one. But we're talking about boat scams today. So, know that they're out there. Know that, there are obvious things that you can spot right away. This boat in particular that I was interested in was a Triton, and it was priced about $7,000 off of what other Tritons in the same category were being priced for. Now, this could have been a legit deal. The guy has already sold it. I really don't know. There were some things, like I said, that stuck out with me. First of all, palm trees. We don't have palm trees in Baltimore. That's where this boat was listed. Now, it's absolutely possible that this guy could have taken his boat down to Florida. I mean, nobody takes their boat down to Florida and takes photos. I mean, come on, right? No, everybody wants to take their boat down to Florida. So that's very possible. I'm not disputing that. But, in Baltimore, we don't have a lot of palm trees. We have a lot of this, but no palm trees. So be careful. Again, make sure that when you're going to pick something up, that it's in a safe spot, and that you can set those arrangements up to where it will be in a safe spot. Because again, Baltimore, not the place, dead heart of the city that you want to be carrying loads of cash in to go purchase a boat, which is what this could have been. I don't know. I did contact the person. They never got back to me, and I believe I know why. And I'll tell you that here in a second. Also look for over-exaggerated claims about boats. I read a post to where one guy was claiming his Javelin goes 90 miles an hour. Maybe on the freeway, but on the water? Come on now. So let's talk about ways that you can protect yourself from these boat scams. All right, guys, so that's how to spot these boat scams. Again, just be careful, be patient. That's your number one thing. Just be patient, don't rush, and do your research. Don't run into somewhere with wads of cash and think you're gonna get a good deal and then get mugged, especially if you're doing something on Craigslist. Make sure that you stay away from wiring money. Do not do money orders or shipping or cross-border deals to where it's in a container. They want you to send money to hold it. None of that. You're better off sticking with that Nigerian who wants, to send you money. So, also beware of people wearing trench coats. Beware of guys with highlights. I mean, these are just life lessons here. That's what I'm saying. Just beware of guys with highlights and people that look like Rosie O'Donnell. Ask the right questions. When you reach out to these people, make sure that you ask the right questions. Make sure that you ask questions that only a boat owner and the actual boat owner would know. First off, do you have the title? That should be the very first question that you ask. They either own it outright or the bank owns it. One or the other. Next would be, will you take a test drive? If someone is a little leery and they're like, nah, what you see is what you get, kind of be wary of that, because if they're not willing to put their money where the mouth is, so to speak, maybe that's a deal you don't quite want to do. So ask for a test drive, especially if you're a first-time boat owner. You can learn a lot by taking a boat out on the water and just seeing how it performs, if there's leaks, all kinds of issues that you might experience when you first take this boat out on the water. So see if they're willing to take it for a test drive. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, because at the same time, your other question should be, hey, I will pay for an appraisal. I will pay for you to drop this boat off at a mechanic and inspect it. Why? Because I am very interested in purchasing your bass boat. Just judge how they interact and how they react to these types of questions. And always, 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 always ask about the trailer, because from now until you buy your first boat, just look on the side of the road and how many boats you can count that are left on the side of the road. That's a trailer issue, and trailers are one of the most important parts about buying a bass boat. So ask questions about the trailer. So like I said, one of the key things to ferreting out these potential scams is to know the comps. If the price of the boat is $10,000 off of what all the comparable comps are, then be leery of that. Doesn't mean run, but just be leery and be aware of that, because you could get the deal of a lifetime. And I don't want to discourage you from getting the deal of a lifetime. I also don't want you to get shot, stabbed, or robbed. So in that same token, know the NADA value of the boat. NADA.com, type in all the details about the boat that you can figure out. Dual axle trailer, tandem axle, so forth. Electronics, motor, all of that matters to calculate the value of the boat. So know that value when you're going into the deal. This boat in particular was actually priced at the low end of the NADA value. So, when I asked this guy about the boat, a lot of the questions that I asked were very distinct, very to the point, and I made it clear that, hey, I'm ready to buy this boat. Tell me about the trailer. Do you have the title? Can I get it appraised? I will pay to have it appraised. Whatever. I'll even tell them I'll pay for the gas for them to take it somewhere so that I can get it appraised. Whatever it takes to get the deal done. So guys, that's what this video is about. Protect yourself from boat scams. Be aware that boat scams are out there, and just be careful when you're doing this. Now, some of you out there who are watching this video may be seasoned pros in this. I'll admit that I am absolutely not a seasoned pro in this. This is just me going through the process of buying my first bass boat and putting this material out there for viewers like myself who want and need this type of interaction and this type of information. So guys, I hope you like this video. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.